Hey Proxy, I'm Rook, and I want to start adding more to the Deadly Assault matchup discussion and explain why specific agents are inherently better against their DA counterparts. This is an extension of the crash courses I made, so the videos are meant to help those understand more about this mode. It's also the first time me doing this. Let me know your opinions in the comments so I can improve and decide whether to continue making these types of videos. First, let's set the rationale. All of these agents are ranked based on their core and additional classes, meaning I'm not counting the signature or standard weapons, as well as mindscapes that goes for both S and A ranks, because realistically, not everyone will have an M6 Nicole or a Brimstone, even though they are technically free to play. I'm also not counting for the DA buffs, since they often favor the newest units or just kind of bad sometimes. I have 5 tiers, 2 of which are unique and have never been done before, I think. These rankings are based on my experiences and the gameplay I watch from amazing content creators, and more importantly, how well they counter the boss or utilize the mechanics. Alright, let's talk about it. Here's the tier list, and I know it looks strange, just give me a second. This is a section for agents I feel very biased because I played them for so long. Ellen, I played the most, and she is my favorite character. Sorry, no contest. This tier is for agents who desperately need a good team and player skills to make a difference. And I would recommend you use these agents for different bosses if you lack knowledge or a viable high tier agent. It's still a challenge to earn 3 stars regardless. Since Priest is resistant to ice and slows down the anomaly buildup, agents with these traits will face disadvantages. Let's take Hugo for example, and this isn't me trying to slander him at all. I think he's one of the coolest looking characters in the game. I have never seen this man defeat Miasma Priest without signatures or mindscapes at his current state. Certainly possible with the right team and player knowledge, but once again, the knowledge department. Tier 0 is what's most important though. Agents in this tier require basic skills and knowledge of the mechanics to clear. These agents aren't in power ranking or anything, just in order of their faction. However, agents like Yixuan, Fufu, and Pan are absolutely the best answers for this boss, just like how Lucia will be, basically doing a lot of ults and getting buffs from doing so, with the addition of having a sheer force multiplier that only Rupture teams can fully utilize. So why are the others here? Because of how often the boss gets impaired or stunned, having agents who increase the stun multiplier while also dealing a large burst of damage would thrive the most against the boss. Stunners with damage multipliers like Qingyi are very useful, making big funny numbers. Since Julian is an ether DPS, she can make those big funny numbers get even funnier. Just be careful not to put her together with someone else with evasive assist. Same with Astra, although she's a really strong general buffer with additional attack and crit damage, she cannot be paired well with evasive assist agents because you just ignore the mechanic and that's not good. So with any team, make sure you have 2 agents with defensive assists at least for maximum benefits, like Nicole, who is an ether agent who can add more overall team damage with her defense shredding. Tier half or tier 0.5 has agents who align with the mechanics of the boss, but not necessarily hard counters against the boss. They have nothing too advantageous, but still very good choices for the encouraged playstyle, especially if paired with the correct tier 0 teammate. For example, Esambi and Opal Squad, they're really good agents against this boss. Miasma Priest wants you to ult, and these gals can oblige with sustaining some buffs for themselves and their team. Other burst damage DPS agents like Haru and Evelyn want the same thing. They desire the boss to be stunned to make the most out of their respective kits. For Haru it's the dash attacks, for Evelyn it's the chain attacks and ultimates, which, again, that's what the priest wants. Then there's the Sons of Caledon. Caesar loves to make defensive assists to debuff the enemy. Lighter is really great for attack teams, but mainly good against his boss to help the ice teams do something. Poker and Lucy are just generally good supports and budget-friendly options for players who lack specific S ranks for their teams. So if you have an S zombie but need an aftershock teammate, there's Pokra. If you need an attack buffer but don't have Astra, there's Lucy. Vivian is an ether DPS and Priest is weak to that element, so the buildup is faster than usual while also dealing more damage. Yuzua also increases the anomaly buildup rate and the damage caused by anomaly procs, so having one or both for your anomaly team is a viable increase in damage. They essentially negate the increased anomaly buildup that you have to go against. Monado is a free-to-play Rupture agent who builds crit rate and crit damage while in his enhanced state. Billy, when he uses his chain attack, He gains an increased damage buff for his next ultimate and can pair with Nicole to activate this passive. Corrin also does 35% more damage against stunned enemies. Again, like that burst playstyle we were talking about. So all three of these units should be in their respective teams for the best result, but they are very cheap discount options if you lack the premium ones. Everyone in tier 1 is a decent choice, but more so better somewhere else or needs specific builds or buffs to even work against the boss. I would think most can agree that these agents neither have an inherent advantage or a disadvantage, so they can be used with smart planning if needed. I'll mention three agents I feel like I need to justify, starting with Lycone. Although an ice agent, he's also a stunner, can reduce the enemy's ice resistance and increase the stun multiplier we care about. As for Yanagi and Alice, although they are anomaly units, they can force the disorder procs within their kits when they need to. Miasma Priest slows down the buildup, not the total damage from anomaly procs. It's still possible to make a team with these agents, and in some cases, a strong disorder team or hypercarry team. So there's my tier list. Ice and anomaly units are just gonna make the fight harder, except Belen, of course. She's tier -1. That's just best girl. You can't beat her. So feel free to share your questions or what you think about the video, and I kind of feel like I did a really bad job at it, so just let me know. Like and sub, it shows your support as well, and I get to see you around. So thank you for watching. Here's that crash course I mentioned earlier if you need some more help, and remember, Proxy, Rickzone gotcha.